morning, guys. So it is 6:27, 26 in the morning. So I'm about to start my morning routine. I like to set an alarm that says something like really motivating. So when I look at my phone, it says something and I'm like, yeah, like let's do it. So my alarm this morning said, let's do this, girl. But a lot of times I'll change my alarm name and have it say, good morning, beautiful, or you're gonna rock today, or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I am. So it helps me to get up. So I do that, but then right when my alarm goes off, I turn on all the lights. So if you can do that, that's key. Next thing that I do is I turn on the shower to literally like the coldest that it can possibly be. I know that sounds like horrifying. It's like right when you get out of your really warm bed, you're gonna get into a super cold shower. But if you guys know who Wim Hof is, he's like this crazy guy from the Netherlands who has like done all these hikes in like super cold weather in like flip-flops and like shorts. And I think every day or like weekly, he'll try to get in like a cold bath. And there's all these like scientific reasons why it's like good for your body, but it helps you wake up in the morning. I try to get into the shower for, like when I first started doing this, I've been doing this for a while now, I would get in for as long as my body could handle and then I would get out. But now I try to stand for like 3 minutes. Sometimes I'll brush my teeth in the shower. I mean, if I have to like shake my legs or something, then I'll do that in the shower. And then you get out and you're like, fuck yeah, I feel rejuvenated. Okay, that felt freaking amazing. So the next thing that I do is I will drink water. So I'll try to drink at least like 8 to 12 ounces of water right in the morning, because your body has been like fasting all night, and you need to drink some water to get your organs to function correctly. And then what I like to do is I like to go outside and just like breathe in the fresh air and like let the sun just beat down on my body and get that vitamin D. But as you can see, I mean, it's really not that sunny right now, but just getting in that fresh air, you're just like it wakes you up even more. And then I just kind of like to stretch out. At this point in time, I'm not eating breakfast at the normal time in the morning, so I'm doing what's called intermittent fasting. So I don't eat until about 11 or 12 o'clock. So right now, eating breakfast is not a part of my morning routine. But the last thing that I like to do before I like kind of get the day going is to write in my journal, and I'll write down all of my goals. And so the trick to doing this is you want to write your goals as if you've already achieved them. The ones I did for yesterday, I said, I am Dr. Payne, because as most of you know, I am applying to grad school so that I can go to PT school. Another one is I make $100,000 a year with my Beachbody income. And another one is I have adopted Piney Grove Wilbon and cleaned it up in order to give back to my community. So those are some of my goals. And you don't want to like look at your goals that you wrote down from yesterday. You kind of just want to write down whatever comes to your mind that day. So the reason why I write my goals down every morning is because have you ever said like, one day I'm gonna do that, or one day I'm gonna become that, and then that one day like comes around 10 years later and you're like, oh yeah, like that's what I wanted to do, and you're like not even anywhere closer than the day that you said you wanted to do it. That is because we have full intentions of accomplishing these goals or becoming these people, but if we don't write it down and if it's not present in our everyday mind, we're not going to think about it, and we're not going to take the actions and be that person. So writing down the goals every day keeps it at the forefront of your mind. So I am Dr. Payne. Yes, everything that I'm doing today, I am going to make sure gets me closer to getting into PT school and becoming Dr. Payne. Jeff and I have a marriage that others look up to and want to emulate. I'm going to make sure that everything that I do speaks to that truth. The next thing that I do after I write down my goals is I write down everything that I'm grateful for. It's so easy to complain about all the bad things that are happening during the day. It's raining, it's too hot, this driver is an asshole, my kids are being monsters. And yeah, all those bad things are happening, but like, what are the good things that are happening in your life? Focus on those things and you're gonna have a much better day. And just like your goals list, you don't want to look back to the day before. So you probably have a good idea of what you wrote down yesterday, but you kind of want to make sure that you're writing down different things that you're grateful for. Because I mean, every day I could be like, I'm grateful for my kids. I don't have kids, but if I had kids, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my kids. Cool. There's so many other things that you could be grateful for. And it can be something as small as, I'm grateful for a hot shower, which I took a cold one, so I'm grateful for a cold shower. I'm grateful for waking up today, like whatever it is, but try not to double up on what you wrote yesterday. So here are some of the things I'm grateful for. The cool morning breeze, being able to breathe in the clean North Carolina air, waking up early and not fucking around on my cell phone. Bruce Snuggles, which is my cat. He likes to snuggle with me. Being in week 5 of my workout program, not drinking alcohol yesterday, and getting almost to 10,000 steps in the last 2 days. So I wrote down what I was grateful for, I wrote down my goals, and like it's kind of like exercising your mind. And like, I know what I want to work towards today, and I'm like going, every person that I meet, hopefully I'm going to have a positive interaction with them because I have been thinking about all the good things that are in my life today. So the next thing that I do, if I didn't do this the night before, I usually like to write a to-do list the night before, right before I go to sleep, because that helps to really just like turn your brain off. Because when you lay down, you're like, okay, I gotta do this in the morning, hopefully I don't forget this, hopefully I don't forget that, and it's really hard for you to go to sleep when you're trying to think about all the things you should remember for tomorrow. So I usually try to write down a list of things that I have to do the next day, the night before. But if I don't do that, then I'll do it now. So what I write down is get to-dos, and then I'll write down the date. And the reason why I write down get to-dos is because like, this is an amazing life and I get to do these things, even if they're things that are not so fun, like paying a car payment. You have money to pay for a car, you have a car, so I get to pay my car payments. I get to work out today, I get to eat a healthy lunch, I get to have business meeting calls with mastermind groups, I get to whatever it is, you get to do it. And so when you look at this list, you're like, ooh, like you get kind of excited, like, what do I get to do? So I'll write in little boxes. So I love checking things off. So I will write like the simplest things down. So cold shower, I already did that, right? Cold shower, feed the animals. What else? Sweaty workout sesh. Nom noms, that's what I write down for lunch. Study, do a power hour for Beachbody. So that's what I do, like I just write these things down, and obviously I already took a cold shower, so check, and that makes me feel really cool. I actually carry this journal around with me, and then I put this in here, and then throughout the day I'll be like, oh, what else do I have to do? Check. And a lot of people will make a checklist in their cell phone, and that's cool too, that works. But like I said, I like to physically check things off because it makes me feel really accomplished. Okay, so just to recap, the first thing that I do is I set my alarm to say something really cool to me in the morning. The number 2 thing that I do is I turn on all of the lights. My cat's being crazy. And then I turn on the shower to like the coldest temperature that it could possibly be, and then I just jump in. After that, then I make sure to drink water as much as you can, get in, come outside and just breathe in the fresh air. If there's sun, let it beat down on your skin, and then just get like limber, you know, do some yoga if you want to, just do some like stretches. You get your journal, you write down what your goals are for life as if you've already accomplished them, and then write down everything that you're grateful for, and then you write down your to-do list for the day. I hope those suggestions help, If there's something that you do that you think is really awesome for your morning routine, comment in the comment box below. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. If you have more questions about intermittent fasting or cold showers, I can direct you to resources that I've learned a lot of information from. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Yay!